Hello, Aries. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Thanks so much for clicking here, Aries. I do appreciate you. If you are one of the brand new members, an Aries, possibly you have an Aries placement and you're here watching, thank you so much for joining the tribe. I hope that you'll be in the comments. I'd love to say hello. If you are somebody who is just coming by to say hello and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you will, but thanks for coming here anyway. Thanks to you for the ride or dies. I appreciate you. This is the reason why I do these readings. Thank you so much for all the ways you support me and the way you love on me. I appreciate you. So this reading is for the week ahead, Aries. It's always going to be for the week ahead, whether you get it today, tomorrow, or next year. It's always going to be for the week ahead. These are predictions. We're going to go with these oracle decks, then we're going to pick up some tarot, and we're going to clarify. Tell me about Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries, please. We've got by the book, Aries. Ooh, what are you doing by the book? I just got the feeling that somebody's like, no, I can't go forward with this yet. I've got to finish up that first. That's what it feels like here. We've got card number 11, which is breaks down to a 2, and that is balance, right? It is balance, doing things in a balanced way. And I think that's why we're starting out with by the book here. It feels like you want to follow the right process, and that's noble, I'm going to say. Whatever it is, you know, it's like finishing the job, finishing out your 2 weeks or whatever before you end up going to the next job. Or the relationship, finishing out the relationship and figuring it all out before you go for further any further ahead here. We have flexible. So I feel like the warning to you is that to go by the book, absolutely, but make sure that you're flexible in the areas that you need to be flexible, because a flexible mind is a healthy mind. We have card number 19. That is the sun in the tarot. So I want to say that you're going to find it easier to be flexible because the sun is shining and you can see everything. You can see for miles and miles, right? When the sun comes out, it's a happy time. It's it's a happy time of growth, right? Personal, professional growth, spiritual growth. And I feel like somebody here is just needing to be reminded that flexibility matters, even when you're going by the book. One more. We've got go the distance. This is an interesting card for me because when I see go the distance, we see that the hindquarters of this cheetah are disappearing, and it makes me feel like you're leaving an old vibration or an old path of life. It feels like it is no longer available to you, so you can't go back. Once you leave the vibration, you can't go back. But I think you're getting out of there in the nick of time, whatever it is. So whether it's a job or a relationship, a friendship, go the distance means I feel like you're close to the finish line. And we have card number 11. Card number 47 breaks down to 11. We have an 11-11. I feel like you're following the universe and its signs. I feel like, Aries, that you're getting signs and synchronicities. And I think I said this to you maybe last week or the week before. I feel like you are going by the book, but I also feel that you have the flexibility of listening to the signs. You're watching out for them, right? We do have, oh, interesting, 22. We have 2s here. We have a 2 here, right? So we've got 2, 2, 2. We've got 3 2s. You might be saying 2s or 11s. And I feel like the reason that you are blessed at this time is because I feel like you're experiencing the opening of the third eye. And I feel like you're allowing the universe to influence you. And in the past, I don't think that this was the case. So I feel like between the flexibility and this purple energy, this violet and pink energy, which is the crown chakra, which is where you receive your inspiration from the universe, and the violet purple, which is the third eye opening. It's not a dark, intense violet. In some spots it is. So it makes me feel like maybe you are just waking up or just starting to see things for what they really are. It feels like in order to be able to get across the finish line and finish up whatever it is you want to finish up so you can move forward, I feel like it is something that you will feel inspired to do. So don't push it. Just because the tarot lady said a change is coming up and you're finishing up something, don't push it. Allow it to happen organically. Tell me more. Just one more card here and then we'll get to the tarot friend. Tell me about Aries, please. I want to say you're going to have to be really flexible in whatever it is that you're finishing up here. And I feel like it's been a really long journey for you, a long, arid journey where there hasn't been a whole lot of help along the way. It says be loyal to what you love. So not who you love, but what you love. Again, we've got another synchronicity here. 1919. So I feel like you are seeing a lot of angel numbers. And listen, when you do, please make sure that you stop and look around you. What are you thinking about? Who are you thinking about? What's the situation? That is how it will apply. That number that you see, the synchronicity, that's how it will apply to you. We have learned from the past. Very interesting. Card number 7, and for me, 7s are all about heaven, divine intervention, energy that's coming in, message that's coming in, and now I feel like you are able to receive these messages, Aries. So be loyal to what you love, and I think that's telling me that that there are priorities that should be in your life, and you should be one of them. And whatever you love should be your priority. Don't allow somebody to pull you away from yourself or whatever it is that you do love. Stop ignoring the things that you love to do, the places you love to be, and the people you love to be with. Let's look at some tarot. Tell me about Aries, please. What else do we need to know about Aries in the week ahead? Aries, if you are interested in a private read, please look below this video. Below all of my videos, pinned to the top of the comments, is always a note to let you know where to go to book me for a private reading, if that's what you'd like to do. Tell me about Aries, please. What is by the book? I feel like you feel the most in balance, or you feel like things are about to go in a better way when you do it slowly and with a plan. You might have possibly Scorpio energy that's very, or maybe Capricorn, it's very planned. It's like you're planning ahead and going by the book. Tell me why. We've got the Two of Pentacles, because you're about to make a really big decision. I did say Capricorn energy, and Capricorn shows up with the Two of Pentacles. It feels like you are making a real-time decision. And when I say real-time, I mean the 3D. So something that's going on in your life requires to make a really big decision, but I feel like what you're doing is you're going by the book here. You don't want anybody to be able to say to you, look, you did that the wrong way, or how dare you, or I feel like you're being really noble, really straight up with what it is that you need, and you are about to make some sort of a decision in the 3D world here. I feel like life is really busy for you right now, and you might have like a job and a side hustle, or maybe 2 jobs, but it does feel like you're spread a little thin right now. Tell me about flexible. We do have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. So this literally is flexibility, right? The 7 of Wands in the upright is standing your ground or standing up for yourself, but being behind the boundaries. And the 7 of Wands in the reverse for me is somebody who's now allowing a little more flexibility. I'm not going to be I'm not going to stand on this point. I'm going to be a little more flexible about how I think about it. And I think that the reason you're wanting to be a little more flexible is because the sun is out, right? Card 19. The sun is out, and now you can see everything. Nothing's hiding in the dark. Nothing's in the moon energy. And I feel like it's under the sun, and you can see exactly what's going on. So whatever's coming up, whatever decision you're about to make that is by the book, I feel like you need to remember to be flexible. Tell me more about go the distance, because I feel like it probably is in the week ahead when you are going to come to some sort of a resolve, or you're going to get across the finish line. That's what it looks like here. And I want to say that wherever you're leaving, there's no going back. So whatever you're leaving behind is something that you intend to leave behind, but you're going by the book. That's how you know that you're never going back there. Tell me about go the distance. We have the Queen of Cups. Going the distance. We could be talking about the wrap-up of some sort of emotional connection that you have. Now, the Queen of Cups is a mother. It could be something that you're resolving with your mother. It could be a father resolving something with your father. Going the distance and getting across the finish line, it almost feels like you're finally going to complete something that you've always wanted to complete. But this could also be about love. Take it as it resonates for you in your situation. Be loyal to what you love. We have the Lovers. Be loyal to what you love. I feel like what you want to be loyal to is somebody who is a soulmate, a deep soul connection, somebody that you can't get out of your energy, someone you can't stop thinking about. It is someone that I feel is They could be Gemini, they could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Leo, possibly, or Capricorn. Take it as it resonates for y'all. We've got the High Priestess here. I really do feel that the universe is pushing you to make some sort of a really big decision here, Aries. And I feel like it's just now that you're starting to open up to it, that you're being a little more flexible with the downloads you're getting from the universe. I feel like the universe and your intuition together, I feel like you've been getting downloads about something you're supposed to complete, something you're supposed to do, something you're supposed to resolve. And I feel like you've been putting it off until now, but you've realized it doesn't have to be dark or light, stop or go. It can be a flexible moment, right? You can do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? Isn't that a song? All right. What's under there? We've got the moon energy. I was talking about the moon, right? The moon, I said the sun is here and the moon isn't here. And I think that's because the moon is in the future here. I feel like you're probably new to listening to your intuition and actually making decisions based on a gut feeling. A lot of people have intuition, like everybody does, but not everybody listens to it. I feel like you are coming to a place here where you're not sure what's coming up. Things aren't as they seem. And I feel like you're learning to trust your intuition. You're learning to trust that silence is an answer, and it's okay to be silent with people while you are sort of digging around in this moon energy, Pisces, Cancer energy here. All right, let's clarify just a little bit, find out what else is going on. Tell me about Aries, please. Tell me what sort of decision you're making by the book here, Aries. What is the decision Aries is making by the book? It's a decision about the Ace of Cups. Tell me more about that. We've got the Ten of Cups, which is coming out in the reverse. And we've got the Five of Pentacles. So it does feel like you are making a decision regarding your feelings, regarding emotions, regarding love. The Ten of Cups is in the reverse. It feels to me like something has ended here, or something that used to be very happy. You used to be ultimately happy in this situation, whether it is in your family, with a job, or with somebody that you're romantically in love with. I feel like the decision you're making is about the Five of Pentacles. It does feel like something is over here. When I see the Ten of Cups in the reverse, unfortunately, it's the breakdown of a relationship, the breakdown of a family, and I feel like this is a love relationship for you. It's something that I feel you pursued and you started it. But I feel like you now are thinking that you're trying to back out of some sort of a relationship here. And I think that you want to do it in a way where nobody can kind of look at you and shake their finger at you and say, oh, you did that wrong, or you were heartless or cold, or I feel like you have decided that you're going to try it on your own. You're going to make a go of it alone here. The Five of Pentacles is, I feel like you're doing it by the book because what you don't want is a financial impact. I think that that's a bit of a worry here, that as you make this decision, it could be a bit of a financial impact. And I think that you've worked really hard on whatever that you have, whatever you own in the 3D. I feel like you've worked super hard for that. And what you want to avoid by going by the book is you want to avoid any sort of financial impact that might happen here, because pulling away from a relationship, that the Ten of Cups to me is a relationship in any respect. So I don't know if you're dating, living together, married, I don't really care. But it feels like it was a romantic type relationship. So it does feel like somebody here is disconnected or going to be disconnecting. But I also feel like the reason why you're going by the book here, making choices as you are, taking your time, because you don't want this financial impact here. Tell me about the Seven of Wands being in the reverse with flexibility. We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Eight of Cups. One more. There it is. And we've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. It feels like you are going through some hard stuff lately, Aries, I want to say. For some of you, you're making some decisions that are life-changing, I want to say. And we've got the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups. I really do feel that you thought that when you began this job, began this relationship, whatever it is, family thing, it feels like you thought it was the wish fulfillment. You thought it was the right thing to do. This is really what I want. This is really what I want to do going forward. But then the sun came out. And I feel like it's almost like you saw some things that you may have missed initially. It feels like you may have missed something, and it also feels like you see other opportunities around you now. Like it almost feels like somebody made a very quick decision, took a risk, maybe a small risk, but maybe it was somebody you decided, oh, that's a person from long ago and I really miss them and I'm going to see if I can make a relationship work, or maybe it's within the family. And it does feel like with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups right next to the Nine of Cups that I feel like you're walking away from whatever you felt was the wish fulfillment. And I feel like it's this Seven of Wands is almost feels like it's a flexibility of the mind, Aries, because you don't want to be wrong. You don't like to be wrong. You don't like when people tell you you're wrong, and you definitely don't like to make a wrong decision. And so I feel like you've given yourself permission to be a little more flexible with what the Nine of Cups looks like. So, sometimes we make bad decisions, and we don't know that they're bad decisions when we begin, but we can't sidestep those decisions, because whatever went on here and broke down was a lesson that you needed. You needed to learn how to make a decision, how to avoid having someone take your finances from you. I feel like you thought that this was the right decision as you were going into it. Look, nobody ever gets into a relationship, a friendship, a job, thinking that it's something that they're going to leave right away. And I feel like your heart was all in it. But I want to say with the Eight of Cups here, it looks like you are departing from wherever it was. It feels like you don't want to settle for whatever this was. You don't want to settle for anything anymore. I feel like the reason that you're leaving is not only because there's a divide in energies, but it feels like there's that you're pulling away emotionally, or someone has pulled away from you. It's a disconnect. We're no longer emotionally attached to each other. It feels like with the Knight of Swords in the reverse here, the Knight of Swords in the upright to me is very brave and courageous, and it feels like you didn't have that brave, courageous sort of energy to do this. You weren't feeling brave enough to do it, and it's because to you it was like dark or light, yes or no, stop or go. But I feel like the flexibility comes in, and that's the gray area. So it feels like you're making a decision, but you're trying to remain flexible of the mind, flexible of your energy. The Knight of Swords tells me that you may have left or wanting to leave the situation because the silent treatment ensued. We're not talking about it. It's like nobody's being logical about the situation anymore. It's all in emotions. And I feel like your logical side pops up and says, it's time for a change here. Now you could have Gemini in the chart. You could have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer in the chart. You could be dealing with someone who is the Queen of Cups. Someone who is a mother, doesn't have to be your mother, but it could be a father, doesn't have to be your father. I feel like you tried to go the distance with this person, and I feel like you're about to cross the finish line. I feel like you're about to finish it up or close the door or decide, you know what, this just isn't for me. Tell me why the Queen of Cups is here. It is somebody that you have really deep feelings for. Tell me why the Queen of Cups is here, please. Got one that's flip-flopped here. Where is it? Maybe just flip back in. Yeah, just flip back in. There we go. Got the Moon energy. We've got the King of Pentacles. And we've got the Five of Wands. Yeah, you did hold back a little bit here, my friend. You did hold back a little bit. I feel like we're talking about somebody that you were in a relationship with that probably has children of their own. I don't think that they are your children. I think the children belong to the Queen of Cups, and I feel like you were all in the same home. So your children, the Queen's children, and everybody was sort of acting as though they were a family. I feel like that you settled down with this person, but I also feel like things weren't as they seem because the Moon energy is here. And I feel like it started to be about arguments and fighting. And I feel like it's almost like somebody tried to control you or take control of you or make you do what they wanted you to do. And when you didn't do those things, I feel like they gave you the silent treatment. The King of Pentacles is somebody who wants to settle down, also somebody who is quite financially stable. And so that makes sense with this Five of Pentacles. You don't want someone to destroy everything you've built because you've worked really hard with the Seven of Pentacles to build it here. So I feel like we're either fighting over money because the King of Pentacles is here, or we're fighting over love energy, like we're fighting over romance. Like maybe this person's not romantic enough for you, or maybe they're not showing their feelings enough for you. This person, I feel like something here isn't as it seems. We've got Cancer and Piscean energy here, and it's like it's bothering you in your intuitive energy. You knew that this thing isn't going to last much longer. So I feel that's why you're going the distance and getting over the finish line here. Tell me about the Lovers, please. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Three of Cups, and we have the Four of Cups in the reverse. So I think that it says here, believe, it says the dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. I think at this point you're being loyal to who you love, and I don't think it's the Queen anymore. I feel like you want to have a reunion with somebody here that you've been really regretful about not communicating with. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune being here says there's so much that has changed. Everything has changed, and it's about to change a little more. Your life is about to expand, and I feel like you are somebody who's a loyal friend, a loyal lover. I feels like you are somebody who is very loyal, but I think that you may have jumped the gun, or maybe, Aries, you travel really fast, you tend to take risks, and maybe you just jumped into it, and because the Queen of Cups is somebody who will be compassionate and kind and loving and who is empathic, but I feel like it just wasn't a good fit for you, because this person here can tend to pull back their energy as well when they feel that somebody is using too much of their energy. This person, I feel, is somebody who, I feel like with the Five of Wands, it feels like you had to argue with this person to get affection, argue with this person to get them like to hold your hand or to sit with you and eat popcorn and watch TV. Like it feels like you had to fight for that. Like this person didn't really have their hands on you. They didn't feel like they loved you. That's what it feels like. But there is a lover here. And I feel like it's separate from this Queen. The lover here, I feel, is somebody who you're deeply connected to, but not really speaking with, because we have the Pisces card here, right? We have the High Priestess here. I feel like you want to have a reunion with somebody here. They could be a Sagittarius. They don't have to be. They can also be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, maybe Gemini. We also have some Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. I feel like with this Four of Cups in the reverse, I want to say I feel like you think that you've missed your opportunity with the person who you feel is the deeply connected soulmate. And I want to say with the Four of Cups in the reverse, I don't think that you've missed the opportunity. I think the opportunity is still available to you, but I also feel that maybe you had rejected this person in the past. And so I feel like that's more of the issue here, is that you may have rejected somebody in the past, and you're not really sure if they want to have this reunion. Tell me about By the Book. What are you planning here? We have the Two of Swords, we have the Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. So yeah, you know that by making this decision, you're going to break somebody's heart. I feel like you want a new beginning, and it's been hard for you to say it with the Two of Swords. It's like you don't want to see it. You don't want to believe it's true, because I think you thought that this was going to last forever. It was the Ten of Cups at one point. Tell me about flexibility. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Seven of Wands in the upright now. So I feel that that there is an apology. I feel like that there is an apology. I feel like you want to give to someone. I feel like you're excited about seeing someone or opening some sort of a new path, but we do have 8 wands here now, and so it does feel like you will be communicating someone, reaching out to someone here. It's going to surprise them, I think, but I feel like you're reaching out for the purpose of some sort of an apology here. Tell me about Go the Distance. We've got the Magician, we've got the Three of Wands, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yep, you're on your way. It does look like, I feel like you've realized that this is the only life you're going to remember at this point, right? It's because when we come back for the next life, we don't remember the life from previous. Well, sometimes as we go, if we go on the right path, we remember bits and pieces of that. But I feel like you've decided with the Three of Wands here that you are taking this Ace of Wands here, and you're going out to start something new here. That's what it does feel like. And you've been manifesting this. And so I feel like you're planning your way out of something else here, but you're really willing to put a lot of work into it. I also feel that the reason that this broke down, or that you're parting ways with somebody, is because you grew and the other person didn't. It feels like they stayed in the Seven of Wands, holding their ground. You got to do what I do. I feel like somebody was really trying to control you, Aries. That's what it feels like. And you began to grow, and you continue to grow, and it caused you to take the last wand and walk away, because you've really been working on yourself, perfecting yourself here. We do have the Temperance card. It is the moment of alchemy here for the King of Cups to end something here. And I feel like it's still under the surface. We have the World card. I'm just not going to show you because of the nudity. We do have the World card here, closing a door, but I don't think you're telling people. I do feel like it's that you have had some sort of, I want to say that as you're working on yourself, you've become emotionally available and emotionally intelligent. You are somebody who, kind of has it all together in terms of your emotion. And maybe when you got into this, you really weren't. But I feel like you've grown, and it's the moment of alchemy for you to carry forward here, and put some work into something else. Queen of Wands, possibly. Somebody you're really attracted to, maybe an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, possibly. But it feels like you are about to go on some sort of a new path. Now, I feel like you're probably going to be in this position for the week ahead. You're going to be planning things, doing things by the book, maybe parting ways with this person in a way that it's going to not impact your finances, because you've worked really hard for all of those. But I feel like it's inevitable that this thing came to an end, because when we get into the Eight of Pentacles and doing the self-worth thing, working on ourselves, things do change. And if the other partner doesn't grow with us, we grow apart. And so I think that the Eight of Cups is telling me we grew apart and silence ensued. I'm going to go for now. Thank you, Aries, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.